because in our YouTube comments, people have in the Bryce Underwood thing said, "Tell me another all-true freshman that's playing better." And I said, Malik Washington.
I don't know if he's playing better.
He has more yardage. He has more touchdowns. He has almost the same amount of interceptions now.
Stats are stats, but who would you rather have?
Malik Washington.
That's just not true. Maryland is a very it's Rutgers like, right?
How dare you?
Rutgers
beat Maryland by 15.
Good for them. It's like an inter-squad scrimmage. Amazing. Maryland is a pass-heavy team, and they're not going to deviate from it. Malik Washington is the freshman quarterback. We've actually liked a lot of what we've seen from Malik Washington. The problem is that he might not actually be all that good.
Well, it's funny you say that because in our YouTube comments, people have in the Bryce Underwood thing said, "Tell me another all-true freshman that's playing better." And I said, Malik Washington.
I don't know if he's playing better.
He has more yardage. He has more touchdowns. He has almost the same amount of interceptions now.
Stats are stats, but who would you rather have?
Malik Washington.
That's just not true. But yeah, Malik Washington will drop back about 50 times a game. I went and did the averages. Right there. Averages about 40 pass attempts a game. That's a ton.
Because what else are they going to do?
Well, and that's part of it is that Maryland's got one of the worst rushing offenses in the nation. They ran for, and yeah, it's cherry picked a little bit here, but like in some of these losses, because they've lost 6 in a row, they ran for 55 yards against Washington, 37 against Indiana, 55 against Illinois. If there's one thing Michigan consistently does well, it is run defense, unless you're USC. But one thing Michigan consistently does well, 95% of the time, is they've got a really good run defense. Maryland is not going to be able to run the football on Michigan. It's going to be the Malik Washington show. So either you shut it down. It's like the Rutgers thing, again, with the Kaliak Manis. If it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah. We're not going and doing anything different here. What's interesting for Maryland is that they throw for a ton of yards, or they throw a ton of attempts. He's got 2,300 yards, but it doesn't always translate into points. Like, this was really weird going through here. I won't read you all the stats, mostly because my voice can't hold up for much longer here. But like, so he attempts 49 passes against Washington, 200 yards, touchdown and a pick on 49 attempts. Okay. Well, what about this one? Okay. Well, we had 46 yards, or excuse me, 46 attempts against Illinois. 1 pick, no touchdowns. Like, it's an interesting phenomenon where I think a bend don't break type of defense, which Michigan can run. It's weird, not can run that type of defense, but you know what I'm saying there. Like, Michigan is fine with a bend don't break philosophy if they need to. They'd prefer to, blitz the heck out of you and shut you down right away. But Michigan can bend don't break. We saw that against Northwestern, put into some tough situations. That'll work against Maryland. Like, Maryland will get their yards. I think Maryland will get their yards. I just don't know that they're going to get points out of it. Michigan's secondary is good, not great. That's probably enough against Maryland. Will it be enough against Ohio State? We'll see. But it's a good, not great secondary for Michigan. And also Michigan's pass rush is probably going to be able to create some disruption. I will say this, though, and I'd like to hear thoughts from you on this. The one really interesting piece of this is, Michigan winklates the pass rush, and we've talked about blitz rate and all that sort of thing. Maryland gives up almost no sacks. They're like second in the country. They give up like 0.3, they've given up 3 sacks this season. So is that a matter of him getting the ball out quick? Is that a matter of what is that?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I have not, because I care about my well-being, I've not watched enough Maryland football to be able to tell you this year why that is. But that is an interesting piece, is that if Michigan struggles to get to him, can they at least create pressure and make him make mistakes?
Yeah.
It seems to me like they should be able to.
Yeah, I don't disagree with anything you said. Maryland, obviously, the passing is their strength. The run game, basically non-existent. It's
You think they're missing Roman Hemby right now?
I think so. I think it's weird because we just talked about this with Ohio State. It feels like Michigan's going to have the same game plan they did against Northwestern.
They should. If they want to win, they should.
Instead of having to stop the run game, you just got to stop the pass, and you don't really have to worry about the other side of it.
Yeah. Also, don't create 5 turnovers. That's not part of the game
and they would simply love to not do that. I think if you have that scenario happen where you turn the ball over multiple times, that will be a game that you'll lose.
Yeah.
I literally wrote down my last sentence when I was talking through kind of all this because you hit on everything. I mean, Malik Washington has been a bright spot for them. I just put play clean, run well, and it's an easy dub for the Wolverines. That to me, it's simple. You go out there, Jordan Marshall has himself a day. Bryce Underwood makes throws when he has to. Yeah. I don't think he needs to go out there and blow you away or do anything.
I think you will see a healthy dose of Bryson Kutzall in this game, which, by the way, like he looked good when he needed to come in there.
Yeah.
I like the way he runs. And we said this back during the spring game episode back in April. I went up to the spring game and walked away and said, that kid is the spring game winner, right? Guy down on the depth chart. You're not really sure how much play time you'll get. Yeah. This is a chance to prove yourself. He was the winner from that spring game. And I mean, he's showing why. He's not Justice Haynes. He's not Jordan Marshall, nor should you expect him to be. I mean, with Micah Kapana out, I mean, he's probably officially third on the depth chart, probably more like fourth with a fully healthy roster. He's playing really well. Not every Big Ten team, but there's a number of Big Ten teams that would like him to be a starter right now. Maryland would be one of them. I don't think this Maryland defense does anything terribly well. They're not horrible. They're not great against. If they're horrible in any area, it's rush defense.
Yeah, which is Michigan's bright spot.
But the defense just doesn't do a lot well. And I wrote down basically what you said. There's no need to deviate what you rolled out against Northwestern. You were dominant. You can't turn the ball over like that.
What's your prediction?
I think this team is somewhere between Purdue and Northwestern for me. Like just as far as how good this team is. They're not bottom barrel Big Ten, but they're like average at best. I'd say this is an average. Now, we saw Northwestern.
Yeah.
In that game, and we predicted, I think I predicted like 24-13. It was 21-9 in the fourth quarter. I thought, this is trending the way I thought. And then 3 minutes of heck later,
and then back-to-back possessions where you turned it over.
This will probably be, it's probably a tighter game. People are going to want Michigan to win by 3 touchdowns. That's not going to happen. I think Michigan's shown that that's probably not going to happen. This will probably be a tight game. I don't think it'll be as tight as Northwestern was. It will be probably that, hey, this game is annoying line. I don't think it's ever going to be in danger unless we commit 5 turnovers again. The spread is 13.5. Michigan won't blow anybody out, but I do think they cover. Not unlike the Northwestern game, I'm going to predict Michigan 27, and I'm going to give Maryland 13.
We're weirdly close.
Oh,
we are weirdly close.
Given the game that Michigan's going to want to run, that feels fair. And so again, this is why I didn't freak out when it was 7-6 at the half for Michigan Northwestern. I freaked out when it was 22-21.
Well, yeah.
But I didn't freak out when it was like, it's only, 14-6 or whatever. Like, yeah, because that's what I thought would happen. I'm not going to freak out if this game is, 17-6 at the half or whatever. Yeah, probably 10-6 at the half. Most likely, yeah. It'll probably be 10-6 at the half. 27-13 Michigan.
I am pretty close to what your prediction is for about the same reason. I think this game has potential to be one of those weird nail biters at the end where then a Jordan Marshall rips off a long touchdown run that kind of seals it. I have Michigan 27, Maryland 17. I think Malik Washington gets one or two. They show some explosiveness a little bit, but I think this is a game, like you said, I don't have it as like a 10-6, although it could. I have it late in the game being like a 24-17, something like that. I could even see this being a 24-17 and it's late, like 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, maybe 8 minutes left, and then Michigan hands it to Jordan Marshall and he rips off a 60-yarder to make it 31-17, and that does it. Like it feels very much like that. John
Bacon, which if you don't follow him, he's absolutely phenomenal. But John Bacon will usually during a game talk about whether or not you can start your lawnmowers. as far as, hey, this game is over, go ahead and start doing some yard work now.
Yeah.
This will not be keep the lawnmowers in the shed for this one, but maybe keep them ready. That's kind of the feeling of this game here, I think.
The Rivalry Podcast is part of the Varsity Network from Learfield and the River Podcast Network from River Radio Ministries.
New episodes out every Monday.
Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review wherever you're listening right now, and follow on social media at RivalPod and RivalPod.com.
And if you like what you hear, share with a friend so they can listen too.